All righty. Hello, good afternoon, Michelle. How are you?
Good afternoon, Jarlene. I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. Michelle, we are going to jump right into the interview here. If you don't mind telling me a little bit about your professional experience, and we'll go from there.
Sure. I have been an operations manager for Dent Wizard for just under 3 years. I pretty much ensured the daily flow of operations at the job location. I did billing, invoicing, kept customer satisfaction at its highest peak that I could. Did payroll for my employees. Prior to that, I was a office manager for Gerber Collision. Pretty much the same thing. I handled day-to-day office activities, answered multi-phone lines, billing, inventory, customer satisfaction, answered questions to employees. I spent numerous years at Vanderbilt University working in purchasing and accounts payable. I did receptionist duties as a fill-in, but I also worked for the director of purchasing, calendar maintenance, ordering supplies, day-to-day office routines, pretty much everything that you can think of, I handled it.
That sounds amazing. And thank you for that brief introduction to your professional experience. I have your resume pulled up here. And as you mentioned, right, you've done the administrative assistant role for, I would say, about 25 years now, from what I can
Correct.
see on your resume. Even with that, you've mentioned that you've also done a bit of office management, you've done payroll, a bit of accounting or AP and AR. So tell me
Right.
a little bit about your experience with the accounting side and payroll side of things.
Sure. As far as the accounting, when I worked for Vanderbilt, I did purchasing in AP. So I worked in their department. I handled all the purchase orders that came through our department for the university, as far as the medical and the university side. I approved the purchasing orders. I dealt with a P card every day, had to do balance and invoices. I dealt with grants. Now payroll, as far as my most recent current position, I had to make sure that my employees turned in their payroll on time or else they didn't get paid. Made sure that there was no conflicts as far as their check-ins or check-outs. Just made sure everybody applied their PTO if they needed PTO. Pretty much all that as far as my most recent position.
Amazing. I want to know a little bit about the software systems you've used, perhaps in the accounting, payroll side, and a little bit for the administrative side of
Sure.
things.
I have used ADP. I have
Mhm.
used Workday, QuickBooks. I've used all three. QuickBooks I mostly use for ledgers and as far as purchasing. The ADP and
Mhm.
the Workday, I apologize, is kind of what both companies that I most recently worked for use as far as payroll is concerned.
Awesome. And how about spreadsheets as well as Excel or spreadsheets? What's your knowledge with that? Can you do pivot tables, formulas, or is it more in the basic data entry side?
I'm more as far as the spreadsheets are concerned with Excel. I did use those on a daily basis for my most recent job and for a couple other positions, but I wouldn't say I'm an expertise. I can do basic. I can do some formulas, but I'm not an expert, but I am capable of using it as a day to day.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that information on the systems. Now, I want to ask about your work ethic. Let's say I was to call one of your previous employers and ask them, how would they describe your work ethic? What do you believe they would describe that as?
I kind of went over and beyond. I would show up on Saturdays. If my customers couldn't make it in for an appointment on a Monday through Friday, whatever the reason was, a work schedule, or I made sure that I could work with them. So I would come in on a Saturday. I've worked holidays. So as far as my work ethic is concerned, I go over and beyond. I make sure I'm that face of my company. So I want to make sure I am able to be there. So my work ethic, I always give as much as I can.
It's amazing to hear. Thank you. And as far as any time off, do you foresee yourself needing any time off?
Oh, no, I don't know what just, can you hear me?
Yep.
No, no, no. Oh, okay. Sorry. It froze. I apologize. No,
Mhm.
I have no, time off needed in the near future. I have open availability, nothing scheduled.
Beautiful. Thank you. And my last question for you was, when were you looking to start a new position?
I have, like I said, I resigned from my position a few weeks
Mhm.
ago. I am not working right now, so I am able to start immediately.
That sounds great to me. Well, Michelle, I am going to go ahead and conclude this interview. It's been great chatting with you. If you
Thank you,
don't
you as
mind,
well.
Yeah, stay on the line with me really quickly just so we can continue chatting.
Sure. Thank you so
Thank
much.